Okay, so hopefully this works. I'm definitely most comfortable sharing with Sayori first. She's my good friend after all.
Oh my goodness. This is so good, Bob and Bob.
Alright, cool. So this worked after all. Eh?
I love it. I had no idea you were such a good writer.
Sayori? Okay, I'm not saying that either. Don't let people sell themselves short. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that.
Well, maybe that's why. Because I.
How can you have no idea what you yourself like? That makes no sense. Jeez. I'm sure your opinion has to be a little more constructive than this. Maybe in that Suki's. You sure you don't like it just because I wrote it?
Eh? Well, I'm sure that's part of it. I think I understand you a lot better than other people, you know. That's why I read your poem. It's not just a poem, it's a Bob and Bob poem. And that makes it feel extra special. Like I can feel your feelings in it.
Salvato, please, I'm begging you, man. Tell me that this ends up in a happy way for her. She's just like such a cinnamon bun in this route. I don't want to see her like sad in any way. Like I never want to see characters sad in games in general. It just it's just how I am. But like especially when that kind of thing happens. Sayori hugs the sheet against the chest. You're so weird, Sayori.
I'm really happy just that you wrote one. It just reminds me of how you're really part of the club now.
Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the club room. Uh, well, of course. That's not true about me. Eh,
See? It's like I said before, Bob. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know? Trying new things like this for other people, that's something only really good people do.
Thanks. Sayori. Let's see if Sayori sees the full picture of my motive here. Again, can't deny that she's part of the reason I joined. Knowing how much this means to her and all.
Yeah. I'm gonna make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? That'll be my way of thanking you.
Alright, I'll hold you to that then.
Yay! Now, you'll read my poem too, right? Don't.
This is what I'm saying. People shouldn't talk that way about themselves. And it also doesn't make sense, as I said before, don't worry, I'm really bad at this. If someone's saying that they're really bad at something, wouldn't that be cause for worry? We'll see about that. Dear sunshine.
The way you close through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you missed me. Kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look above, the sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too.
Oh yeah, forgot the last time I wanted to go over these, see if there's like anything where cursor becomes one of those pointing hands, as if like you click on it and get some sort of a link.
It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever. But I'm not mad. I want breakfast.
Just gonna try to see here. I'm going to go over the words in the poem and see if any of the things there, things that were options in the poetry writing. Because I remember two of the things that had been Yuri's poem for the festival had been in those, so pretty sure Sunshine was in there. Glow, I think was in there. Because Bed was there, yeah. Secret. Interesting. Alright. Sayori, this is just a guess, but did you wait until this morning to write this?
No! Just a little bit.
You can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question.
I forgot to do it last night.
Well, at least that makes me feel a little better about myself.
Don't be mean! Still tried my best.
Yeah. I didn't mean to say it was a bad poem. Came out nice, so how should I put it? Sounds just like you.
Really?
Yeah. Especially that last line.
I made eggs and toast.
Even though you were late to school?
It's bad to skip breakfast.
That's true. It is the most important meal of the day.
I get all cranky.
Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me.
This was so much fun.
Yeah, there's nothing I want to do. That's over everything here as well.
Mike is the best.
That's another thing, as I've said about before. The developers of this, from what I understand, it was down at Salvato, who had written the lines for everyone. So I'm going to say Salvato. Yeah, it was him. So I'm going to say Salvato. Seems to push Monica, and with all due respect to him, and I do respect him a lot because as a developer, because he clearly put a lot into this. It does seem kind of like, for like a bad term, sloppy to be like having that like so forcefully put out there like at every chance. Anyway, yeah.
But next time I won't forget. And I'm gonna write the best poem ever.
Well, I guess I look forward to it. And I'm sorry to break it to you, Sayori, but you won't be able to do that. That's already long since been done. The Star Spangled Banner originated as a poem and was and then was set to melody. So yeah. Alright, you shut up, the Just Monica people. Hi, Bob Mob. Having a good time so far? Uh, yeah. Good. Glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Again, like I said before, there should be pizza parties. And in my case, it would, instead of getting pizza, get cheesesteaks, because that is a Philly thing. And I, of course, am not ever afraid of anything. I have no need for fear as an American. And there's this saying, fear is merely false evidence appearing real. Remember that, ladies and gentlemen. So I'm not going to say that either. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? Yeah, I'm not going to say that either. Keep forgetting to... Don't worry, Bob. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? But it's that sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. And my poem. I like this one. Makes me think of something Sayori would like. Okay, apparently I did right then. Is that so? You and Sayori are really good friends, right? I wouldn't be surprised if you had those sorts of things in common. Now, well, maybe good friends, but Sayori and I are actually really different. Well, that may be the case. But maybe there are also some similarities you wouldn't expect. The way she talks about you, it sounds like the two of you really care about each other's well-being. Even if you show it in different ways, it ends up being more similar than you'd think. So that's the kind of vibe, that's a term I ain't heard in years, vibe, I get when I've been reading your poem. And seriously, there's gotta be a patch at some point in which the poem will be like, there's gonna be like a generated thing based upon the words you choose. We have to see that happen. Shouldn't I reading into it too much? I could be. Oh gosh, that sounds like Yori. But in any case, Yori's writing is has kind of a gentle feel to it. I can tell that she likes exploring with emotions like happiness and sadness. Who knew that someone so happy would enjoy sad things too? Yeah, that's totally unexpected. Well, to each their own. And you shouldn't be afraid to experiment a little bit either. I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. That's not really true about me. That's okay. I'd love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone might be a little bit biased towards their own kinds of styles. But I'll always help you find what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. You know, just Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Okay, again, that really doesn't make sense. Sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know? I see. Well, let's read it then. On the wall. It couldn't have been me. See the direction the speckle protrudes. A noisy neighbor? An angry boyfriend? I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peered inside for a clue. No! I can't see! I reel blind like a film left out in the sun. But it's too late. My retinas, already scorched with a permanent copy of a meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep. Stretching forever into everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realized now that I wasn't looking in. I was looking out. And he, on the other side, was looking in. You know, I just noticed something. Can't believe I didn't notice this before. On a conscious level anyway, I may have realized it subconsciously, but this may be like a thing that I had said about in my previous run about like tapping the fourth wall, not breaking it, tapping it. Perhaps this is supposed to refer to the player, at least parts of it. The whole of infinite choices, all the choices in this game. Looking out, and he on the other side was looking in. He being the guy that the player plays as, and therefore perhaps by extension the player. Interesting. Wonder if maybe the rest of that correlates to such. Huh. So, what do you think? It's very free form, if that's what you'd call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. It's okay. Yeah, that kind of style's gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. Indeed, that could be seen as epiphany. This game being self-aware at times, her especially seeing the part of self-awareness of this game. Her characters seem to have a lot of meta-knowledge that it is a game. So in my previous run about make sure to save when you get stuck. It's been influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, Here's Monica's writing tip of the day. This might be it right here. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Alright. What's this upset about Yori? She's beast. And that's probably why she probably wouldn't really dig this poem. Oh well. Yeah, she doesn't really seem to, and that look on her face. Yori stares at the poem. Mere pace is more than enough time for her to finish reading. Oh, sorry. I forgot to start speaking. It's fine, don't force yourself. I'm not. I just need to put my thoughts into words. Hold on. Okay. It's your first time writing a poem, right? Yeah. In this game it is. Why do you ask? I'm just making sure. I guess that might be after reading through it. So it's that bad. No! Did I just raise my voice? I've said it before, I'll say it again. She too reminds me of an Undertale character in many ways. She reminds me of Maps the Book. She seems to feel bad about a lot of things for no apparent reason. I feel sorry for her. She really doesn't deserve to be beating herself up. There she goes again. I'm so sorry. Yeah, buries her face in her hands. I couldn't help but notice it's been several minutes, so we really haven't gotten anywhere. It might take Yuri a little while to get used to new people. It's fine, I really didn't notice. What were you saying? Right, it's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter and they form fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds a train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Stammering is completely gone. She sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are also many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the clubs gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little biased, though. Biased? How?
Well,
Never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. It's fine. Not sure if she was apologizing to herself, to me, or to Natsuki. Mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily, as if it's a rare opportunity for her. Which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Ghost under the light. Tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow, bathing. It must be this one. The last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe, calm, breathing air of the present but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back. I'm sorry I have such terrible handwriting. What? I wasn't thinking that at all. But it took you a long time to read. I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting's pretty. Eh? That's a relief. Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest. Since that's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghosts, Yori? Josh reminds me of Muffet with that. So it's the purple. Muffet having that kind of laugh. Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, about the mob. Really? I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost. Lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. It's a lot more solemn putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive. It's nothing, really. Well, it makes me happy that you think that. Just remember that it won't be long before you pick up on these things too. Yeah, maybe you're right. I guess I'll have to keep trying. I'm counting on you. Right. Huh? Well, it's about what I expected from someone like you. That's so little blunt. Oh, excuse me. It's not like I said it was bad. It just didn't evoke any emotions. So basically, it's not cute enough for your taste.
Do you want to get smacked?
Chill. Jeez. I'll pass.
Well, anyway, I guess I need to show you mine. Not that you'll like it.
Eagles can fly. You're damn right they can. We flew straight to the Super Bowl and we snatched that ball up and we took it home. We took the championship home.
Monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can seek, cheese can run.
Damn right eagles can fly.
People could try, but that's about it. Yeah. Told you we weren't gonna like it.
I adored the title of it. I like it.
What? Just be honest.
I am. And I am. I did enjoy the title of it. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it?
Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. So people don't even take my writing seriously.
Wasn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid.
Yes, exactly. I like it when it's easy to read but hits you hard. Like in this poem. Seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening. So I decided to write about it.
Yeah, I understand.
But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line.
So you did. I guess more went into writing it than I realized.
That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you?
Yeah, guess not. That's sad to humor over that last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, and that is indeed true in real life. You're never too old or too young to do something big. If Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Whew. I guess that's everyone. Glance around the room. It's a little more stressful than I anticipated. As if everyone's... Again, I'm never going to say anything like that. Or that. This is a literature club after all. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Sayori and Monica are happily chatting. Maya has landed on Yori and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yori smiles sadly.
What's with this language?
Eh? Did you say something?
Oh, it's nothing.
Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand.
I guess you could say it's fancy.
Thanks. Yours is... cute.
Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feelings of giving up.
Another reason it's going to be just a real pain doing her route, because I just like... people never should give up. Well, yeah, maybe, hopefully, like, in her route like she'll learn to not give up because like as I said in my previous uh, my previous run about not giving up, about how throughout history there have been all kinds of people who it's been like the odds seemed insurmountable like with our forefathers. They were up against what was at the time the most powerful combined army and navy in the world. And those fighting were just barely trained. And but like the resolve allowed our forefathers and our Minutemen to overcome what was at the time an empire. And then later on, we got in World War II, we got Anne Frank. She's got the Nazis trying to hunt her down, her and her family down. And she did not give up. And Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., he was being attacked and even imprisoned by the KKK simply because he was doing what was right and trying to gain equality for all. He did not give up. And in the words of Alexander the Great, nothing is impossible to him who will try. And if the man who conquered the known world had said such a thing, who are any of us to argue? Never should anyone ever give up. Period. End of it.
How could that be cute?
I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice.
Eh? Do you mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it didn't really come out as nice at all.
Well, I do have a couple suggestions.
If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Sayori liked it. And Bob the Mob did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all,
Excuse me. I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless of course I come across something particularly inspiring. Which I haven't yet. And Bob the Mob liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it.
Natsuki suddenly stands up.
oh? I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri.
Such comical music here. I want to make sure you guys can hear this.
That's not what I... You're just...
He stands up as well.
Maybe you're just jealous that Bob and Bob appreciates my advice more than they appreciate yours.
Ha! And how do you know we didn't appreciate my advice more? Were you that full of yourself?
Oh, if I was full of myself,
Oh, jeez.
I would deliberately go out of my way to make something I do everything overly...
I completely screwed that line up.
I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy.
Is everyone okay? Well, you know what?
Wow. Oh, jeez.
Natsuki.
Natsuki, that's a little...
It does involve you.
I can't do... I'm trying, okay? I'm trying to do both of them. Trying to do both their voices at once. It's difficult.
I don't like fighting you guys.
Suddenly, both girls turned towards me as if they just noticed I was standing there.
Well, she's trying to make me look bad.
That's not true. She started it. She could get over herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing is more effective. And this would have happened in the first place. What's the point in making your poems all convoluted for no reason? Make sure jump out the writer, not force them to have to figure it out. Help me explain it to her, Bob.
Well, wait. There's a reason why I have so many deep and expressive words in our language. It's the only way to convey complex feelings and meaning the most effectively. Avoiding them is not only unnecessary to limiting yourself, it's also a waste. You understand that, right, Bob?
Well,
How did I get dragged into this in the first place? I do some things about writing, but yeah, whoever I agree with, they'll probably think more highly of me. Okay, I'm not even sure if bringing Sayori into this is a good idea, so I'm going to save here. Natsuki. Natsuki glares at me, drying up any words out of my mouth. So instead, I turn to Yori. Yori's expression is so defenseless that I can't bring myself to say anything to her. Sayori.
eh?
Yeah. Everyone's fighting is making Sayori uncomfortable. How can the two of you keep fighting when you know you're making a friend feel like this?
Mom. Well, that's her problem. This isn't about her.
I agree. It's unfair to others to interject their own feelings into our conflict.
Yeah, unless Yori wants to tell Yori what a stuck-up jerk she's being.
She would never. It's your immaturity that made her more upset in the first place.
Oh, jeez.
Excuse me? Are you listening to yourself? That's exactly why. Exactly why nobody likes. Stop! Suki, Yori, you guys are my friends. I just never want to get along.
Oh, poor girl, she's crying. This is cool. This is a jazzy sounding theme.
I just want everyone to be happy. Friends are wonderful people. I love them because of their differences. Natsuki's poems, they're amazing because they give so many feelings with just a few words. And Yuri's poems are amazing because they paint beautiful pictures in your head. Everyone's so talented. So why are we fighting? Because... Well... Also, Natsuki's cute and there's nothing wrong with that.
Well, I suppose that's probably true. I wouldn't know. I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen. It's just wow. Okay then. Sayori stands triumphantly. Monica stands beyond her with a bewildered expression.
I'll make some tea.
Sayori rushes off. Natsuki sits down with a blank expression on her face, staring at nothing. So this is why Sayori is vice president. Okay, well, I was able to get it right. Cool. Again, they should have those things there, but at least that time I was able to get it right instinctively. She nods in return.
To be honest, I might come off as a good leader and I can organize things, but I'm not very good with people. I couldn't even bring myself to interject. As president, that's kind of embarrassing of me.
Nah. It's not like I can blame you. I wasn't able to say anything either.
Well, I guess that just means Sayori is amazing in her own ways, isn't she?
You could say that. That's kind of rude to say about one's own best friend. But sometimes she's weirdly suspicious. She knows exactly what she's doing.
I see. Take good care of her, okay? I would hate to see her get herself hurt.
That makes two of us. You can count on me. Monica smiles. See, that's another thing with, like, Salvato, like, seemingly, like, pushing the whole thing about. Yeah, like, trying to push the whole thing about trust Monica. Again, I entirely respect Salvato. Like, greatly respect him. I'm just saying that one thing I personally would change. There it goes again.
Okay, everyone. It's just about time for us to leave. How did you all feel about sharing poems?
It was a lot of fun.
Well, I'd say it was worth it.
It was alright. Well, mostly.
Bob Mop, how about you?
Yeah, I'd say the same. Just anything to do. Anything to talk about with everyone.
Awesome. In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow. And maybe you learn something from your friends, too. So your poems with everyone will turn out even better.
I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Every time that happens in this game, because I take it it's always going to be at that point. I'm always going to have to do that. Big time fan of Louis Satchmo Armstrong, King of Jazz. I did learn a little more about the kinds of poems everyone likes. With any luck, that means I can at least do a better job impressing those I want to impress. I nod to myself with newfound determination.
Bob Mob, ready to walk home?
So, let's go. Sally beams at me. It truly has been a while since Sayori and I have spent this much time together. Can't really say I'm not enjoying it either. Sayori, about what happened earlier.
Eh? What do you mean?
You know, between Yuri and Natsuki. Does that kind of thing happen often?
No. That's really the first time I've seen them fight like that. I promise they're both wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you?
I never hate any human being. I hate terrorists, which is subhuman, but that's another story from another time. No, I don't hate them. Just want your opinion, that's all. I can see why they make good friends with you.
You know, Bob, it's nice that I get to spend time with you in the club. But I think seeing you get along with everyone is what makes me the happiest. And I think everyone really likes you, too. That's... Every day is going to be so much fun.
Looks like Sayori still hasn't caught on to the kind of situation, man. So, being friends with everyone is nice, but do you really need to stop there? We'll just need to see what the future holds, Sayori. Pat Sayori on his shoulder. Said that more to myself than to her, but she used to use Sayori as an internal monologue sometimes.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's do this. Malcolm Jenkins! As I said, I'm replacing the old Leroy Jenkins meme with Malcolm Jenkins, since Malcolm Jenkins is part of the Philadelphia Eagles, the Super Bowl champs.